Hello and welcome to Trip Talk channel. Assalamu alaikum and peace to everyone. Today I will share interesting stories. Let's get started. Bismillah in the name of God. Today's story is about the one typical difficult person in some situations. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining, the flowers are blooming, and it's not too hot. The shops were coming along great on the street, and the new homeowners seemed to be moving in and adjusting well. Then there was, excuse me, can you not walk there? Someone interrupted my thoughts. Oh, it's you. How are you on this lovely day? I asked. I would be better if you didn't walk there, the woman stated. Oh, I see. However, this is a sidewalk, so I can walk here, I said, smiling. But it's part of my driveway until that line, she said, pointing. And I don't want you to walk on it, she said rudely. Of course, I said, trying not to escalate the situation, and moved over the line. Have a nice day. There was always one that tried to ruin everything. Karens is what people call them, and ironically, her name actually was Karen. Oh well, I thought, not going to let that encounter ruin my day. The little town of Baker's Cove was just that, little. There were about 3 streets and not one traffic light. Everyone was friendly like most little towns, but unlike other small towns, Baker's Cove was thriving and busting with new businesses and opportunities. There were now new shops coming along right beside the ones you would usually see in a small town. Down one street were bakers, candle makers, a clothing shop, hardware store, bookstore, diner, and cafe. Then on another, of course, were the police, bankers, and town hall. The third street was mainly houses, although some of the shops had apartments above them, and the shop owners stayed there. It was really a lovely little town, until she moved in. The town had its share of complaints from the residents and business owners, but they were minimal and realistic, unlike a certain someone who complained about everything. Hey, SJ, I'm back from my walk, I said, walking in my house. I share with my business partner and soon-to-be husband. Hey, how was it? Learn anything interesting about the new neighbors? He said, kissing me on my cheek. Yeah, looks like Karen is going to live up to her name. She yelled at me for walking on her sidewalk. Said it's her property and I couldn't walk there. Really? It really says walk in the name? He said, rolling his eyes. Yeah, I just let it slide. Didn't want to cause a problem. Well, good. On to exciting news. We got a new box today. Want to go to the store and open it up? SJ said, wiggling his eyebrows, a grin on his face. Of course, it's almost time to open anyway, I replied, a big smile on my face. SJ and I owned the bookstore. We are both avid readers and love sharing books with people. Seeing someone buy a book or get immersed in a story brings smiles to our faces. We even offer a rent-a-book program, sort of like a library, where someone can try a book before the buy. We walked over to the bakery first to get some donuts, then on to the cafe for some delicious coffee. When we arrived at the bookstore, there was a note on the door. Thinking nothing of it, we took it inside with new box of books and turned the closed sign to open. SJ was busy putting the new books in the computer inventory system when the door chimed, letting us know someone came in. Hello, welcome to the Bookworms. I'm Bree, and let me know if you need any help today, I said as a mother and daughter walked in the store. Yes, my daughter here has discovered a love for reading, and she wants to add some new books to her library, the mother said with a smile. Of course, I love reading too. Do you have anything in mind? Any specific characters or animals you like? Unicorns, the little girl smiled, and dragons, she shouted, making a roar. Excellent choices, a girl after my own heart, I smiled back. Over here is the kids section, and we have them arranged by grade level, I said, leading them towards the left side wall. Oh, mommy, look at this one. It has a dragon. The little girl squealed as she held up a book for her mom to see. "Oh, Mommy, look at this one. It has a unicorn. And this one has a fairy riding a unicorn," she said, picking up more books. The little girl went from shelf to shelf, finding a bunch of books. Every time finding one, she squealed and giggled. I looked over at S.J., and he was smiling just as big as me. This is why we do this, I thought. "Okay, okay, honey, I think you have enough for now. We can always come back and get more next week," the mother said when her daughter ran out of room in her arms to carry the books. "We also have a rent a book program if you're interested. It's kind of how a library works," I said, leading them back to the register. "Oh, okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll just buy these for now." I rang up the mother and watched as the little girl carried the bag out to the car with the biggest smile on her face. Oh, it's a good day just seeing the look of happiness on that child's face, I said as I took some books from S.J. to help him stock them. "I couldn't have said it better myself," he replied, leaning in for a kiss, but the door chimed again. "Hello, welcome to Bookworms. I'm S.J. Let me know if you need any help today," he said, smiling. "I know what I'm doing," she said rudely, and walked to the back shelf that held mainly romances and crime dramas. S.J. looked over at me and mouthed "Karen" as I shook my head yes. He went back behind the counter while I finished putting the new books on the shelves. Karen seemed to be taking a while, but didn't bother us. We knew sometimes browsing for a new book took time. While Karen browsed, some more people walked into the bookstore. S.J. and I took turns greeting them and told them the same thing, if they needed help to let us know. A man came up to ask me if I could help him find a certain author. Of course, do you know what the genre he usually likes? I asked, but before the man could reply, Karen interrupted. "Excuse me, I was here first. She has to help me," Karen said. "I will gladly help you in a minute. He did ask first," I said politely. "No, I was here first. I get help first," Karen said, getting louder. "It's not a problem. I can wait," the man said. "Thank you," I replied to him, then turned to Karen. "How can I help you, ma'am?" "I'm ready to check out," she said matter-of-factly. "Yes, ma'am, the register is over there, and S.J. can help you with that." Karen walked over to the register and cut in front of the couple that was about to pay and said the same thing. "I was here first. I get to check out first." "No, ma'am, you were still looking, and they got to the register first. Plus, I already rang up their books. If you would like to wait a minute, I can have them done and will gladly help you," S.J. said, forcing a smile. "I'm fine, but hurry up." S.J. finished with the couple, and Karen put her books on the counter. "Will this be all for you today?" S.J. asked. "Yes, but I heard that girl over there talking about a rent thing, and I want to do that," she said, pointing at me. "Yes, ma'am, that is fine. We will just need your information, and you would put down a small security fee, and we will get you ready to go." "Why do you need my information and a fee? Wouldn't that just be buying the books?" "It's like a library system. You basically check out the books, and when you get done reading them, you bring them back unless you want to keep them, and then you would come back and pay the remaining balance." "That doesn't make sense. I'll just buy them," she scoffed. At the end of the day, S.J. and I were exhausted. It was a great day, though. Had a lot of people come in and even set up something with the bakery to have a cookie delivery in the morning. We locked the doors and started our walk home when Karen struck again. As we walked, we noticed a lot of people walking around a car parked right on the sidewalk. "Hey, what's going on?" S.J. asked someone as they walked by. "That woman won't move her car," said the sidewalk in her property, "and she is tired of people and animals walking over it." "Oh, this again?" I asked and shook my head. "Don't worry, we will handle this." "Thanks, Bree. She is becoming a menace." S.J. and I walked over and knocked on Karen's door. "What do you want?" "I'm not moving my car," she shouted through the door. Hi Karen, it's Bree and SJ, and you have to move your car. Not only is it illegally parked on the sidewalk, but it's a hazard and there is a fire hydrant. Karen burst out of her door screaming, I pay for this house and this yard. I don't want people walking all over what is mine. This sidewalk is part of my land, and I can park my car wherever I want to. If you don't leave, I will call the cops. Just then the cops pulled up. What's going on here? Sheriff David asked. Oh, thank goodness, these people are harassing me, Karen yelled dramatically. Hey, David, we were just asking Karen to move her car off of the sidewalk. Ma'am, you can't park your vehicle here. Please move it or we will have it towed. What? I own this house, and Ma'am, the sidewalk is public property. You do not own it. Just your driveway. Move your vehicle or I will have it moved. Plus, it is illegal to park next to a fire hydrant. David said again, more firmly. Well, I never. I will move my car this time, but believe me, I'm going to your boss with this and the homeowners association, and I will have all of you removed from this neighborhood. You'll never be content, I finally said. You want everyone to be miserable like you. It was okay now and then, but you find fault in everything. How dare you? You will be the first one gone. I don't think so, ma'am. Her family owns the town. This is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. We would be happy if you subscribe to this channel, like, share, and comment. Inshallah, I will see you in the next video. Masalama. Have a great day.